According to research, the inclusion of women in political processes is a key element in achieving a truly inclusive democracy, and women must have the chance to exercise their political rights and participate in all political decision-making. Therefore, as the 2023 general elections approaches, there is a call for Nigeria to address the sizable gender gaps that undermine women's inclusiveness in governance. To this end, the Gender Strategic Advancement International (Gsai), in collaboration with Women Rights Advancement and Promotion Alternative (RAPA), organized a one-day program as a wake-up call to women not to relent in the struggle for inclusiveness in the political sector.
It's about the women not relent. The women should not give up. The women should still push. Push is the word. And to push not just ourselves, but to push with colleagues. With some people are different. Some people believe in women. Like the presidential candidate of APC, he finished as governor, and then he allowed his wife to become a senator when so many other men are bringing themselves forward to be senators. Such men that we should be able to emulate them. And so those people who believe that women can add value, we should talk with them. Assuming they enter office, they should replicate what they did in their family to the Nigerian women. And also to say that as we speak, we should also be liaising with political parties and engage INEC to come up with a policy to say, if you do not have certain number of percentages for women, you are not eligible to bring forward candidates for any election. And so when we do that, it becomes justice according to law. It becomes one of INEC guidelines, because we must do something deliberate. Because if we look at this, the pace, the people who are supposed to do something are going, we may not have anything in the future. So we must use every available sphere to make sure that we push this equal representation. And now we're not even asking for that, we are asking for equal representation. And so we're going to push through and we're going to push through political party. We're going to push through government.
Also speaking, the Executive Director, Gender Strategic Advancement International, Adora Onyechere, noted that politics starts from the grassroots and therefore urged the Nigerian women to go down to the grassroots.
We are not where we used to be, but we're not where we want to be yet. But, I think women should go back to their communities, go back to their constituencies, engage at the rural level, begin to activate those conversations with their communities, because politics is local, engagement is local, governance is local. There's only so much we can do here at the center, because at the end of the day, when you make bills and they don't communicate the needs of the people at the constituency level, you have not made any bills. And so for me, I feel that a lot of the things we are saying right here sometimes are misunderstood and based on cultural differences, tradition and religion. So we must simplify our language of understanding with those at the rural level. But I believe that there is a day of reckoning coming. Women have geared up, we've risen, but I hope that that will also show in our votes in 2023 to vote the best candidate who is pro-woman, gender inclusive, and also looking at empowering more women at the MDA levels, not just appointive positions, but at the councils. But most importantly, to tell the Nigerian government that the 35% affirmative action in which they have appealed at the Supreme Court must be looked at, and they must take a step back, because if you are saying that we don't deserve 35% affirmative action, then tell us where we should vote and make appeal for you to lead in 2023. Thank you very much.
There is a sufficient and ever-increasing evidence that women inclusiveness in governance and political decision-making processes helps in nation building.
I am the High Commissioner of the Republic of Namibia to the Federal Republic of Nigeria. I watched the video and I've seen a lot of comparisons between Nigeria and Namibia. In Namibia's case, our women returned from the Beijing conference started agitating for more women representation in issues of leadership and decision making. So as a result, the ruling party sometime in 1997 took a Congress decision to adopt what is called the zebra policy. The zebra policy is a policy that provides for the equal number of men and women in leadership and decision-making structures. So therefore, while this policy was adopted in 1997, we found that after some period, in 2015, it was actually implemented. In the 2014 elections, the ruling party compiled its list of representatives based on the zebra policy, which basically provided for equal number of men and women candidates. So as a result of this zebra policy, today Namibia has quite a high number of women in parliament, also in cabinet. This is not a government or a state policy, it's a party policy. But because the zebra policy has a moral influence, you find that the society, Namibian society, has generally adopted this groundbreaking policy. And whenever we compose the board of directors, either for a company or for government community, you will find that the representatives, the members of the board are usually almost the equal number of men. So therefore, we find a lot of parallels between what is happening in Nigeria, because our women went through the same stage, agitating for more representation of women in leadership and decision making. Today, of course, we don't have the legislation because of the party policy. The number of women in parliament and cabinet has decreased thanks to this policy.
Mercy Eke, DCTV News.